What's going on, everybody? Today I am at a place called Oakford Lake. I am in New Egypt, New Jersey, and I have a spider crawling on me. Hi, Mr. Spider. Okay, spider taken care of. Specifically, what I am checking out is Oakford Lake Park here in New Egypt, which you'll see here in a second is right around the bend here from me. But Oakford Lake is a pretty long lake that runs from the downtown center part here of New Egypt, and it runs down quite a ways, but there doesn't seem to be any access points to this particular lake other than right here at the dam at the park here. So what I'm going to do is make sure I'm right about that, scope around, look at some of the fishing areas, show you guys, and see what we think about Oakford Lake here in New Egypt, New Jersey. As you come into the Oakford Lake Park here, where it's right off of Main Street, right there in New Egypt, and as soon as you come down, there's a nice sized parking lot here on your left hand side, and then you really can't miss that giant bridge and sign that was right behind me there in the intro section. And right down there, you can see there's a metal gate and some fencing. There is an access point right to the left there where you can fish below the dam. We're gonna walk across this bridge though, see what happens on that side, and then we're gonna head down here to where it's like the actual part of the park. There is a few people here walking around. Looks like some artists. They got an easel, and we're gonna check it out. Let's head across this bridge here, see what we're looking at. So obviously you can see you're not fishing off of this bridge, way too high. I guess maybe people were jumping off, or maybe it's just the way they built it at one point. I don't think anybody would be jumping off. I can see the bottom right there. It might hurt. There's the little spot right there from the parking lot. You can come down, do some fishing. There's also one other spot from the parking lot that kind of comes down to the bank back there. Real small little area. Now over there is another bridge. That's the Main Street area over there, but there isn't any access points at that bridge down to the water, and nowhere to stand on that bridge. So that's out of the picture. And then on this side, on the top part of the dam, is some houses with some no access. You know, we can kind of continue to walk across over here, and it doesn't look like there is any access to get down anywhere after this. This bridge just leads straight out to a sidewalk out there. There's no way to get down to this side unless, I guess, you climb down, or you kind of went through that person's yard and came down through there and fished this spot. Obviously people are. There you go. There's for my favorite trash. Now here's what I'm seeing here. Obviously people were coming down right here, probably through that around up there, coming down through the side of that yard. That actually looks like it might be a church. I'm not sure. Definitely a person's yard on this side. People are coming down through here and fishing this spot right here, along here, fishing into this area. Obviously private property, that little small dock there, and they're definitely coming down there. What you're seeing here is tied to these poles. People have actually duct taped some PVC pipes onto these poles to use to hold their rods. So there's got to be some decent amount of fishing done here. People coming down here and doing that. There's lots of trash. I mean, lots of trash bags, cans, stuff all over the ground. Food trash there. It's not a very clean little area right here. The people that are coming to fish, I mean, there's not a trash can, but it is a little ridiculous, right? Look at that. Come on. So over there is the actual park, and that's what we're going to go check out right now. So here we go, about to enter the park. This is kind of funny. I've actually never seen this sign up before entering a little fishing area or a park. We have water fountain over there, which hopefully no one's using right now. That should probably be blocked off. Oh, look, I've already kind of snagged here. So there's a gazebo. I thought maybe this was a path that led down to the water, but I guess it doesn't. I guess you have to actually walk through the grass to get around the gazebo. Is there? Yeah, that's okay. So that's interesting. There's no actual path to get over here to this little dock area. You just have to walk through the grass. There's another little water spout here. It's locked off though, so I'm not sure why they don't have a little gravel path or something there to get around here. Okay, so this is pretty nice little area. Just had a bunch of turtles jump down off of those little logs right there. I would assume if you are looking to put in a kayak or a canoe, this is your spot right here. You drag it down through there from the parking lot, bring it around, and here you go, right here. Otherwise, little spot. We're gonna walk on down here. As you can tell, this is an actual park maintained, pretty sure, by the town. So I haven't seen nearly as much trash as I did on that side where it's not really maintained. The park itself out there, pretty clean. It's pretty decent here. I can't really tell right now the depth. Very shallow right here, probably 6 inches, and we've had a ton of rain here in New Jersey the past couple of weeks. So I'm not sure if this is average or this is small. We've also had a lot of storms, a lot of wind. Now here's the other entrance. Let me walk out here and show you guys the rest of the park here. And again, there's like no trail. You just walk through the grass. Kind of strange. There's the playground. It's closed off. Looks like the swings were at one point, but someone was ignoring that. We've got a trash can over there. Looks empty and clean. Here's some of the fish that they say is in this lake. So I mean, you can't really ask for a better variety of fish in New Jersey. Now I'm seeing this here, this brook trout. It's not a stocked brook trout. Still not sure if that means trout stamp is required or not to fish this lake. I do have mine, but if you guys know if this is actually a brook trout, do you need a trout license if it's not a stocked body of water to fish? Look at this guy. Nice little bonus episode. Caught that guy right there. Come on out here. And little dock. Little overlook here. Pretty nice. Again, not too much trash here. It's funny, I'm not seeing the tree of shame where all the bobbers would be. So brown cedar water, which is so common here in the state of New Jersey, especially central Jersey. And there you go. There's a fisherman right down there on his bike, little kid. It's cool, awesome. All right, spin the camera. So guys, that's pretty much what you're looking at right here at this part of Oakford Lake. Is what I just showed you. Before I finish up this video, I'm going to try to drive around the entire lake and make sure there are no other access points other than like private property and things like that. I saw an area where the power lines came in, power line cut out, looked like some dirt roads ran through there. Not sure if some locals or if there's a way to get in to the lake from those areas. But for the most part, it does look mainly like private property. But I will go scope it out, head around the lake, see if there's any other access points. I will either come back and share those with you, or I'll be back with my final review of. I found another small park, probably a quarter of a mile down from that parking lot. This is Lakeview Ave. Does any lake not have a Lakeview Avenue that runs alongside of it in any area? So you come down Lakeview Avenue from that parking lot, from that Oakford Park, and you'll see this small park here. This place almost looks like someone's personal garden, but there is a sign there. Talks about the park rules. The little trash can, little dog waste station. And there's bird baths in here. There's some bird houses hung up back here behind me that almost looks like someone personally takes care of this place. If you walk under this trestle here, there does seem to be an access point to the lake back there, but there's a few fallen trees. Flipping the camera. I'll flip it the camera. So you see there that it almost looks like personally maintained little area here. There's some little benches, but they must give little presentations things here. So there's a board here with some benches, trash can over there. I don't see much trash anywhere else. Unfortunately, there's two small little access points, one there, one here, and you can see, I mean, hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing, but there's you got to be a pretty good caster to get out there at this point. So here we go. I did find another small little park. The parking is only on the road out here, and there's a couple signs that say please do not block any driveways. I can't imagine why there would be that many cars here at one time, unless, again, maybe they do some things here. The township might have some presentations and things here, little get-togethers. So that's pretty cool. But there you go, little extra access point, sort of. All right, guys, here we go. Final thoughts on Oakford Lake in New Egypt, New Jersey. I'm going to kind of just do this one off the top of my head a little bit. All I have here is my numbers. So here we go. Location. Oh, and also, speaking of location, it might look like I'm in a really nice park right here, but I'm about 100 yards from the interstate. So apologize, but it's going to be a little noisy in the background. So you got crickets and a beautiful scenery, very loud vehicles traveling by just over here. Location of Oakford Lake, I'm going to give this a 6. It's kind of nestled in the town. You're right up on some houses. There's some traffic going by. The little restaurant that was right there kind of gives it a little plus in my book. It might even have got a 5 if it wasn't for that. I always like to take in consideration if it's completely in sort of the wilderness as a high points, bumps it up there a little bit, or if it's in a town or around little eateries, that kind of is a little bonus too. But just didn't really, something about this location in particular, just, I don't know, I wasn't digging it very much. So then we're going to go on to ease of access. Ease of access, I'm also going to give it a 6. There was some very difficult spots to get to. That one area on the other side of the bridge there where you had to kind of go up, go through the church, go around and come down. There wasn't a path to get to the little dock area. The other little park right there at the end, kind of had to walk through the grass to get there. So I'm kind of giving it a favorable 6 for ease of access, but I will give it a 6 because the parking lot is literally right there. So the part you can fish is not very far away. Cleanliness, I'm going to give cleanliness a 6 because I'm going to come right down in the middle. If I was rating just that one spot there by the dam and the bridge, that would probably get a 4, but then the park was clean enough to get an 8. So I'm going to divide that down the middle, and I'm going to give this a 6 for cleanliness. And that's going to bring me to my final, my overall number, which is also going to be a 6. There was just something about it, nothing. So, honestly, I'm saying there was something about it. There was really nothing about it that would get me to come back and try to actually fish that spot. There was nothing that would draw me in. The only thing I would say is I didn't get to see the largest part of the lake, which you can only see, obviously, if you've got a kayak or a canoe. So I'd be interested if you fish there. Let me know down below if you do kayak or canoe, you know, how much nicer does it get when you get farther down the lake and away from the town. And if you've got videos of it or pictures of it, I'd love to see what the other part of this lake looked like that I wasn't able to see. So can't do math in my head, so I had to write it down. That's 23 out of 40, which is a 57.5% fishable rating, which isn't good, isn't passing, not really recommended unless you're super local. So there you have it. That is Oakford Lake, New Egypt, New Jersey. Until next time, go fishing.